Hello everybody and welcome to round 15 of the FIM Motocross World Championship. This is the MXGP of Switzerland, presented by IXS. Our guests with myself and Lisa this weekend, one of them already in place, Alvin Östlund from Wilvo Standing Construct Yamaha. We've also got last week's Belgian Grand Prix winner Kevin Strijbos coming in, and also the team manager from the MX2 winning rider, Max Hanstey, of course, his team boss, Jackie Martins, coming in as well. But as always, before we go any further, we'll look at clips in a minute from last week. But Lisa, welcome to Switzerland.
Yeah.
I bet you've been eating all the chocolates, haven't you?
I'm not going to lie, I've had my fair share. So have you, Paul. So have you.
Well, we've had a little bit of rain this last couple of days, so there's been nothing else to do but eat chocolates. But let's leave that right there. Before we speak to Alvin, though, let's catch up with what happened a week ago. This was the Fiat Professional MXGP of Belgium. Of course, we were in Lommel. Here's highlights from MXGP Race 2. MXGP Race 2, Max Nagel making certain of the foxhole shot this time around. Geiser right with him. The Slovenian already in the lead by turn 2. Wasn't long before Nagel started working his way backwards. As Van Hoorbeek and Cairoli and later on De Sau all charged through. Nagel was suddenly left down there in 5th place. As De Sau went around the outside of the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. De Sau tried to pull clear. Strijbos found his way past Simpson, who was having a nightmare in race 2. That was for 6th place, right in front of the home fans. Van Hoorbeek was steady in 3rd. Nagel started to get 2nd wind. Got himself onto the rear wheel of De Sau and Van Hoorbeek, and was suddenly challenging for a top 3 position. De Sau fell. That allowed Nagel an easy route through. Tony Cairoli was looking like his usual self in 2nd on the Red Bull KTM. Van Hoorbeek started to run into problems as Nagel and Strijbos started to close in. Nagel found his way past the Yamaha rider. So too did the Suzuki of Kevin Strijbos. Nagel then threw it away, and with it, the overall Grand Prix victory. Roman Febvre's day went from bad to worse. He fell from 9th and would eventually pull out of the race. Geiser had 1 or 2 moments, but the Honda Garibaldi rider never looked back and was a shoo-in for 25 points. Cairoli would pick up 2nd, as Strijbos on the Suzuki World MXGP was in a world of his own. Tommy Searle and Commander Sau battled over 9th. The 100 eventually picking up 9th place on the final lap. Geiser crossed the line for the 14th time as a race winner, but it was all about Kevin Strijbos. He was 3rd in the race, but victorious in the Grand Prix on home soil. His first win in 9 years, his first home win as well. The first for Stefan Everts as team owner. Nagel 2nd, Cairoli 3rd. Good to see the Italian back on the podium here at his inverted commas home race. He lives just down the road, of course, during the season. Geiser now 103 points clear of Cairoli. Nagel getting stronger in 3rd. But what a day for King Kevin Strijbos of Belgium. And what a day for Stefan Everts, the new team owner at Suzuki World MXGP. Well, that was Belgium just 1 week ago, but I'm glad to say our first guest has arrived, Alvin Östlund, Wilvo Standing Construct Yamaha, and first time on the show for you. Welcome. First of all, though, before we go anywhere, tell us a little bit about you. How old are you? Where are you from?
Yes, thank you. My name is Alvin. I come from middle of Sweden, you can say, and 19 years old, riding Yamaha for Wilvo Standing Construct.
And
how did you get into motocross? Because weren't your parents world skiing champions?
Yeah, I don't know really, but my grandpa was having a store and sell bikes and like that, and one day we go there and buy a PV50, and then it starts.
And obviously, you're doing pretty well at it as well. And obviously, some people thinking first year in MX2, Alvin Östlund, who is he? Where has he come from? But when we look at your history, the last 2 or 3 years, you've been pretty impressive. 2014, you finished second in the European 125 Championship. Last year, you were fifth in EMX 250. You got a podium there as well. So it's not like you just appeared on the scene, is it? You've been working really hard this last few years.
Yeah, and yeah, 2014 last year in the 125 was really good, and both European Championship and World Championship. And then yeah, every year making a little bit progress, and yeah, hard work paying off.
Yeah.
You're currently 12th in MX2, but isn't it right that you should have been in EMX 250 this year?
Yeah, it's true. I was in with David Philipparts in the beginning of the season, and yeah, we was looking for the European Championship, but then I think 3 weeks before Qatar or something they called me, and yeah, I had the chance to go in MX2, and yeah, we take it. And yeah, today I'm glad I go to MX2.
Well, as you said, you know, just weeks before the first round in Qatar, you were asked to ride MX2 in for the injured Julian Lieber, of course, changing teams as well. But how important was it for you to get off to a good start? I know there was no pressure with it being your first year, but you get Qatar out the way, and all of a sudden, in Thailand, you're running up front with, you know, established riders now, like Samuele Bernardini and other guys inside the top 10. Here we have some footage here. So how important was it for you to get off to the good start early in the season?
I think it was good. You know, you have the speed and can go with the guys, and then yeah, for sure the first rounds they say yeah, no pressure and like that, but then when you show you can go faster, it's then you have a little bit more pressure from yourself also. You want to do good. So
was it difficult? Because was that the first time you raced in Thailand?
yeah, it was. I don't like the heat so much, so that was tough.
Yeah, it's not that hot in Sweden, is it?
No, it's not.
But if it's cold, then if we ever go to Sweden in the winter, then you might be all right.
Yeah.
Put some skis on your Yamaha.
Yeah, then I will be fast.
But you've also, you know, that wasn't the only good performance. You've also had some other ones. Last week, for instance, you were riding really well in Belgium, but you were just unlucky there, weren't you? Was it race 2? You're running 6th?
Yeah, yeah, I was 6. Some guys passed me, and I think I was 8. Then I get a technical problem with the bike, and also make a crash of that, and finished 13, I think. But yeah, I was lucky to finish, so 13 is better than nothing. So.
I think we have the crash as well, unfortunately, because it was a slow-mo replay for us. What actually happened on the face of the jump? 'Cause it was over on the far side of the circuit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you just went over the handlebars. But did the bike stop on the face, or?
No, it was when I come up on the jump. It was no gear, so yeah, I had nothing. And then just when I landing, it was so soft, and the handlebar get twist, and yeah, I crashed.
Yeah, on this jump here, I don't think it's yet, but I know we have it in a moment. But here we go, just the slow-mo, top of the screen. Obviously just no power, and the suspension reacts completely differently.
It's yeah, but I'm lucky it's no injury or something, so
yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, we've got some questions on social media for you, Alvin.
And we did have a lot, actually.
Yeah, quite a few. We've got one from Samuel Flink, and he says, will you ride the World Championship next year or Europeans?
World Championship.
Yep.
Yeah.
You enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stay with Yamaha, I think, and yeah.
Okay, cool. And another one, active.scal. Do you have a fitness coach, and if so, who?
Yes, actually I finished school this summer, so I go in a special school in Sweden. It's a motocross school, so yeah, there we have 2 trainers. They are always with us in the motocross track or in the fitness and everything like that. But now, yeah, now I finished. So the team also have one guy in the gym in yeah, Bergijk. So I go to him sometimes, and yeah, it's good.
Cool.
Okay. And finally, Kevin Flodin, 1998. Do you have any hobbies aside from motocross?
Yeah, I have a lot. I like to go skiing.
Really? Skiing?
Yeah.
Oh my, oh my. You surprised me.
Both cross country and go down. I like, and yeah, go, yeah, swimming, jet ski, whatever.
Just
like,
normal things?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
So.
Active.
Yeah, well, you would be when you've got parents as world
Exactly.
cross-country skiers.
Very cool.
You're not laying in bed today, Alvin. You are going to go outside, enjoy the fresh air, etc., etc. Do something useful. Okay, well, look, we're out of time with Alvin Östlund from Wilbo Standing Construct Yamaha. First time on the show for him, and as we said, 12th overall in MX2 at the moment. And I guess you're looking forward to the end of the season. We all are. But before we meet our next guest, of course, he was the MXGP winner from Belgium last weekend at Lommel, Kevin Strijbos. Let's see what happened. His highlights from MX2 Race 2. In race 2, the charge down to the foxhole shot was the 426 of Conrad Muse, picking up his first black plate of the season on his Rockstar Energy Husqvarna by a country mile. A great start as well for the 132, the privateer of Karel Kutzar. In third, wasn't long though before Siwa worked his way around the outside of Conrad Muse and took over the lead right from the very first lap. Frantic action behind as they all sort themselves out for second place. Brent van Donnick right in the thick of it as well, having a much better start on his Khmer Yamaha Yamalube machine. Boga's got himself into third. They all chase down Conrad Muse on the 426. He was still there in second for the first 4 laps of the race. On lap 5 though, it was all changed. First Bogas went through at the end of the straight, and almost immediately afterwards, Anstey and Ferrandis both went around the outside of the young teenager. Brent van Donnick was also closing in fast in 6th place. Anstey found his way around the outside of Ferrandis, made light work of the Frenchman, and he put on a charge to get onto the rear wheel of Brian Bogas to go second on lap 6. At that point, Jeremy Siwa was nowhere to be seen at the head of the field. Ferrandis was comfortable there in 4th place. And he eventually found his way past Bogas to go 3rd around the halfway mark. Up front, 3 laps to go. And Max Anstey found his way past the 91 of Jeremy Siwa, who could hold on no more. And it was Anstey who took a double moto win, and with it, his 3rd straight Lommel victory. Siwa second, Ferrandis third in the race. Anstey, your overall winner here. Siwa second, Petrov on the podium here, just like he was 12 months ago. In the championship, Jeffrey Hurlings, now 87 points clear of Siwa, with Jonas 3rd, Patrol 4th, Ferrandis in 5th.
Guys, drop it down, please.
Well, that was the Fiat Professional MX2 GP of Belgium at Lommel. And, of course, a great win for Max Anstey. His team manager will be up here a little later on as well, Jackie Martins. But welcome back to our studio show here on MXGP TV. And if you're joining us on Facebook with our live stream, I hope you're enjoying the show as well. But I'm glad to say our second guest is here, Kevin Strijbos, Team Suzuki World MXGP. And Kevin, it's only taken 9 years to get here, but I guess you're still buzzing after what happened last week. A great weekend.
Yeah, sure. It was a great weekend, especially that it was 9 years ago that I could win a GP. So, yeah, I've been working really hard, to try again to be on the top step of the podium. And with all my injuries, it didn't work out. And then sometimes good races, sometimes bad races, So, but yeah, really happy that it was in Belgium. I think it was the first time I could have won in Belgium. So yeah, also happy for that.
And it was a great weekend all round, wasn't it? Because not only you standing on the top step, Jeremy was second, Bass was also winning EMX 250. We had the graphics, everything was perfect.
Yeah, sure. Everything was perfect. So I think it was really great for the team, and then also really happy for them. Like you said, everything was there with the graphics, with the retro kit, everything, and then also with Seawer and Bas on the podium, and then it was something special.
Could you feel the energy from the fans, particularly in race 2?
Yeah, for sure. Especially there was a quite hot moment because I almost ran into Max, and but I didn't know that I won the GP until the last time that I passed the pit lane, so that was really special.
Okay, so you and Jentel, you're expecting your first child. How long have you guys been together, and was that the first time she saw you win a GP?
Yeah, we are together from 09. And so this is definitely the first time that she saw me winning in GP, and we speak a lot, or we spoke a lot about that. That hopefully that she can still be there if I can win one. So now she was here, and then with that baby, it's a special moment.
It was a special moment, not just for you, but also for Stefan as well. I mean, we have got a great GoPro footage, I think, maybe from here. I know it was in the highlight earlier, where he walks across the front of your helmet that was on the stand, and you could see how happy he was as well. Yeah,
for sure. I think he was also happy because it didn't. It's not the best year we had until now. So. There was a lot of stress, and I think with the win, everything is calmed down a bit. So everybody is feeling a lot happier at the moment. So.
Well, I know you're a professional athlete. Motocross is one of the toughest sports in the world. But please tell me you had a beer on Sunday night.
No,
said goodbye to the training program. Come on, tell me you did.
No, actually not.
Even if you didn't, say you did.
I was pretty tired. I just went eating with some friends, and that's it. Nothing special, and then.
And then you had a sneaky beer.
Yeah.
Well, it was only your first GP win in 9 years. I mean, what is there to celebrate?
That's true, but.
Okay, right. If last week was the highlight of the season in Lommel, would you say Spain was the low light, if there is such a thing?
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely been the worst weekend of all. And that was really a bad timing. Mentally, it was quite hard, to come back from that, and then so like. Low points and high points are close,
Well, it's a shame because, just 1 week before that in Italy at Pietramarata, Trentino, you had a great third place in one of the races there, battling right at the front. Got you fourth overall as well, this was race 1. When you're in that position early on in the season, you're thinking, everything's coming together, and then you look forward to the rest of the season, don't you?
Yeah, sure. I was really looking forward to Spain because I was there on the podium also in 2014, I think.
So I think that was an all-Belgium
all Belgium podium. So, I was looking forward to that race, and then, it started off really bad with the qualifying start there where I crashed, and then so went more down and down.
Yeah, shame.
Okay, well, we've got some questions on social media for you, Kevin. Yep. The first one is from Robin3030, and he says, you have never managed to get as good results on other brands as what you do on a Suzuki. How come, do you think?
No idea, I think, I rode many brands in the past, and every time when I came back, it was my best year, and I got my best places, so I think, it's just I'm really happy with my team, and then I've been there a long time, and then I went away, came back, so I always come back to the team, and then that's just because I feel so good there, and then all the people, they're working hard, and then it's like a family there.
Yeah. Okay. KSEP191, you're currently one of the older, more experienced guys on track. What does your weekly training program look like? Do you need to put in more effort than when you were younger to perform at that same level? And is it easier to ride fast now because you have more experience of racing?
It's different. Like in the past, when I was young, now I'm older, and many young kids, they're coming up. So also racing is different. Like in the past, in the past when I was young, we could have we had 40 minutes models, and we could have built it up, easy going, and then, try to find a rhythm. But now, when the gate drops, you have to go full gas, and then it's so hard it's so hard to change because I'm used to that program what I had when I was young, and but yeah, we are trying to work a little bit on that, and then step by step it's coming.
Well, you did win a GP last week. You must be going in the right direction,
Yeah,
in your budding career. What are you now, 30, 31?
30, I turn 31 next week.
Okay, so you don't have to leave MX1 next year, then MXGP next year. Like you're not going to be aged out, you know. No.
Hopefully not.
Okay.
Hopefully not.
Just really quickly, we're almost out of time. But obviously Ben has gone back to New Zealand now, injured. Shame for him, really, because it looked at the beginning of the year that you had a really strong team with 2 experienced riders.
Yeah, sure. It's a shame for Ben, and yeah, I think he planned. He didn't plan it.
No.
It's a really it's a shame. Because we had a good team. We had good times in Spain when the off season was there, and also in the beginning of the season. When we were at the races, it was good, and then I wish him all the best. Hopefully he can still ride a bit, and then because he's a great rider, he has a good style, and then I like to I like to hang out with him. So now he's back in New Zealand, so it's not going to be so easy anymore.
No, and we're going to miss him as well. But Kevin Strijbos, thanks for joining us here today. Team Suzuki World MXGP. Hopefully our third and final guests arrive, Jackie Martins. But before that, a quick reminder as to what's happening later on in the year in October. So the Super Motocross Riders and Manufacturers Cup, of course, presented by Monster Energy, takes place at the Veltins Arena in Germany on October the 8th. Tickets are on sale at mxgp.com. Click on the event calendar for more information. Of course, Honda has announced Tim Geiser, Gauthier Paulin and Evgeny Bobashev. And this evening at 6:30, we will be live on Facebook with a live stream where we will stream the press conference live from the media centre here, where 2 more teams will announce their riders. So join us for that if you can. Don't forget to keep on liking us on our MXGP Facebook page as well, because of course we're running out of races here now, and well, unfortunately, our next guest, Jackie Martins, isn't here at the moment from Rockstar Energy Husqvarna Factory Racing. But Lisa, while we wait for Mr. Martins to arrive, hopefully he arrives, here we are in Sweden, brand new circuit, Frauenfeld Gachnong in Switzerland, and of course the MXGP of Switzerland here, presented by IXS. Yeah. What do you make of it all so far? Okay, we had a little bit of rain, I must say that first of all, and some of the infield areas here, a little bit wet, but the track actually in perfect condition, really, really grippy.
Absolutely, and just the guys coming back off track practice were saying how good the track is. Maybe we needed that rain, but they're saying good ruts, and it's just in perfect condition. They're really you got positive comments about that. Yeah, well,
I was talking to our track crews on Thursday when we arrived here. It was 30 degrees that day, and they were not ripping the track as heavily as they normally would, just kind of just fluffing it up on the top, because they knew that we were expecting rain. Yeah, and they were saying, look, when we did that, they were going on the advice from the organisers here, saying, look, this is what we would do if we were expecting rain. We'll just lightly fluff it on the top, and so the water can go in, but then it just drains away underneath. Yeah. And that seems to be a great decision, because, when I was watching MX2 and MXGP earlier, the amount of traction on this circuit is just phenomenal. That's
the thing. Yesterday, leaving the track, there was so much rain. But then, today it has really dried out, and it was exactly what we needed. And so it's perfect. Perfect conditions. So I am looking forward to seeing how quali goes, and also how it changes for tomorrow, because it is, even the Swiss guys, it's new to them as well. So it's not like they're going to be at an advantage. It's not like we have Siwa or Gio that's going to be ahead of everyone, because everything is new. So it's an even playing field. So that's going to, I think, mix things up a little bit as well.
Well, I'm not sure if Jackie's going to make it here on time, because we're about 5.5 minutes to go. But we'll play the team clips anyway for them, because obviously, last weekend, Max Anstey victorious for the 3rd weekend in a row. Here he is. The big gentle giant is here now. But yeah, Max Anstey was victorious for the 3rd time in a row at Lommel on different brands. The first one was a Yamaha Kawasaki last year, of course. Last week for Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. And Jackie, I'm glad you could Join us here finally. I mean, you've got the longest legs in the paddock. I thought you would be here in record time.
A little bit out of breath there, Jackie, but...
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll let you get your breath, first of all. Let's just look at a clip at Max winning last week, because finally for you, it was a Grand Prix victory, your home run. You must have been pretty pleased with it all, you know, in terms of a team manager. Yeah? You know, when you're watching this, you're working hard. Obviously, the team workshop is just around the corner. How important is this event for you, first of all, and how big was that win for Max and the team?
Yeah, for us, it was very nice, for sure. We had a lot of sponsors visit our GP, home GP. And, yeah, we had to have this result. You know, this with the victory, and also Conrad was doing well. He showed himself how that he get the speed. Yeah. Dus it was, yeah, for us it was a perfect day and good weather, a lot of crowd, and the sponsors. When you can, on the end of the day, you can give him the victory. Yeah, that's it's very nice.
So a big day for you. Did you need to call a taxi?
No.
no celebrations at the end of the evening.
Yeah, for sure. But
you got a ride home.
Yeah.
And,
okay. How has Thomas been for you? I know you just mentioned then that he's done well. We have seen him some top 5 finishes, but I guess you probably need him to be a little bit more explosive, or we were expecting that from this year. Would you agree?
Yeah, but Thomas is doing well. He's doing a great job. Only he struggled this year with some injuries. In Lommel he had some back pain just before. Maybe a little bit too much riding in the sand, because he was focused to give good result in Lommel. You know, he wanted to do well, and maybe a little bit too much, and afterwards, he will go in the Saturday evening, still go to the chiropractor to fix his back. And Sunday, first heat, he didn't have a good start, but he showed that he want to go forwards. And the second heat, he was like 24 on the start, because on Saturday he didn't have the good time practice, and he have to stay on the complete on the right side and on the start line. And then he came from 24 to 11. Yeah, that was a good thing.
Well, we saw from the clip a minute ago that in Lockett, him and Max were running up front. So it's always good to see that we know, well, he won a GP last year, of course, but good to see that he still has it, that he's still keen and still hungry. But what about Conrad Muse? Of course, he started the year in EMX 250, and of course, when he wins that first round, it's very easy to say, yeah, we leave him in there. But you made a big decision to bring him into MX2. Why? Why was that?
Yeah, we start with Conrad in the beginning already in November, October, to give him also the physics support and with everything, with your Roelands. And and in Valkenswaard we know he did very well. In the winter period he did a good job, and in Valkenswaard he did excellent. He was winning easy, or not easy, but he won. And then we sitting together with the crew and with my team. And we decided to send him to the MX2, because you need 1 year to adapt to the MX2, because it's another step. Yeah. And for sure, it never goes always with winning or with good results. It's also sometimes you have. Most of the time is mental, to get used to the speed and changing lines during the race. And like halfway the season, like in May. Some people start saying, send him home, give him 2 bikes, and because it's no possible. I said, where I start with, I finish. And now, you know, everybody is proud, and then, you know, he's doing a great job. Every GP he shows something special that you see he's gonna make it, you know, like what all my other riders did in the past. Sure. And I'm happy to see this, and I hope he do this GP in Switzerland the same. He shows something nice. And
Well, we saw from Natalie and we saw last week as well, and obviously, you know, it looks like it's a good decision. But we are out of time. I know it was only very brief, but thank you for making it to us here anyway, Jackie Martins. But we are out of time here. Of course, we're going to take a break now on the studio show for 3 weeks. When we return, it'll be in Assen. But you can enjoy all the action on MXGP TV. And of course, don't forget to join us this evening at 6:30 on Facebook Live, when we will be doing a live stream of the press conference where 2 more teams will announce their riders for the Monster Energy Riders and Manufacturers Super Motocross Cup. We hope you can join us then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.